Imagine, if you will, a time when Rome, the greatest empire the world had ever seen, was spreading its influence across the known world. It's the 1st century AD. The mighty Roman Empire is in the midst of its golden age, a powerhouse of military might, architectural prowess, and cultural sophistication. Their legions march across continents, their eyes set on the tantalizing jewel that is Britain, a land shrouded in mystery and teeming with untapped resources. In the year 43 AD, the Romans, under the command of Emperor Claudius, invade Britain. Their mighty legions, disciplined and well-armed, are a stark contrast to the native Celtic tribes. These tribes, though fierce and proud, are divided, each with their own customs, gods, and chieftains. They fight with a wild courage, but their spears and chariots are no match for the Roman war machine. With the invasion, Roman rule is established. The Romans bring their culture, their laws, and their gods. They build roads and walls, forts and cities. But this is not a peaceful integration. The Celtic tribes chafe under the yoke of Roman rule. Their lands are taken, their customs suppressed, their people enslaved. The tension between the invaders and the natives grows with each passing year, a simmering pot ready to boil over at any moment. The clash is not just military, but also cultural and political. The Romans view the Celts as barbarians, their traditions primitive compared to the refined Roman ways. The Celts, in turn, see the Romans as invaders, their customs alien, and their rule oppressive. It's a clash of civilizations, a clash of two very different ways of life. In these turbulent times, a figure of resistance arose, a warrior queen named Boudicca. This queen, a member of the Iceni tribe, would stand against the might of Rome, leading her people in a rebellion that would shake the very foundations of the Roman Empire in Britain. But that, dear listeners, is a tale for the next scene. Boudicca, the queen of the Iceni, was not a woman to be trifled with. In the heart of what is now known as East Anglia, in the 1st century AD, a legend was born. Boudicca, a striking figure with fiery red hair, was destined to become one of the most famous warrior queens in history. Her early life is shrouded in mystery, but what we do know is that Boudicca was a woman of nobility, born into a society where women were revered and could hold power. She was married to Prasutagus, the king of the Iceni, a tribe that valued both their independence and the equal authority of their king and queen. Together they ruled over the Iceni, a reign marked by prosperity and peace. But this tranquility would not last. When King Prasutagus passed away, he left his kingdom jointly to his 2 daughters and the Roman Empire, a strategic move meant to safeguard his family and tribe. However, the Romans, who were known for their insatiable greed and disregard for the local customs, ignored the king's last wishes. They claimed the entire kingdom for themselves, casting aside Boudicca and her daughters. The Romans' cruelty did not end there. They flogged Boudicca and assaulted her daughters, a brutal display of dominance and a violation of the Iceni's rights. This heinous act was not only a personal affront to Boudicca and her family, but it also represented the Roman Empire's utter disrespect for the sovereignty of the Iceni people. But the Romans had made a grave miscalculation. They assumed that a woman, a queen without her king, would be an easy target. They believed that Boudicca, in her grief and humiliation, would bow down to their might. They could not have been more wrong. Boudicca was a queen, a mother, and a warrior. She was not about to let the Romans trample over her people and tarnish the memory of her husband. She was not going to let the Romans get away with their atrocities. Enraged by the Romans' actions, Boudicca decided to fight back. Boudicca's fury led to one of the most famous rebellions in history. With her heart aflame with vengeance, she rallied her Iceni warriors and other discontented tribes, sparking a firestorm of rebellion that swept across Roman Britain. The rebellion's first target was Camulodunum, known to us today as Colchester. The city was a symbol of Roman rule, a beacon of the empire's might and a constant reminder of the Iceni's subjugation. Boudicca and her army descended upon the city like a tempest, overwhelming the underprepared Roman defenses with sheer force and a fury that was almost tangible. The city was razed to the ground, a testament to the queen's wrath and determination. Next on Boudicca's hit list was Londinium, the bustling trade center we now know as London. The Romans, anticipating the attack, had evacuated the city, but this did not deter Boudicca. Her army, like a wave, crashed upon the city, leaving nothing but destruction in its wake. The once thriving metropolis was reduced to smoldering ruins, a grim echo of its former glory. Boudicca's rebellion then turned its attention to Verulamium, present-day St. Albans. Here too, the story was the same. The city, a hub of culture and commerce, was subjected to the unrelenting assault of Boudicca's forces. The Romans could only watch helplessly as another one of their cities was consumed by the flames of rebellion. The tactics employed by Boudicca and her army were as effective as they were brutal. They used their intimate knowledge of the land to their advantage, launching surprise attacks and employing guerrilla warfare techniques. They left a trail of devastation in their wake, a stark reminder of the cost of Roman occupation. But this tale of rebellion is not just a story of destruction. It's also a story of resilience, of a people pushed to the brink, who chose to fight rather than yield. It's a story of a queen who, in her quest for revenge, became a symbol of resistance against oppression. Despite the initial success, Boudicca's rebellion was not destined to last. But that's a story for another scene. For now, let's bask in the glow of Boudicca's fiery rebellion, a testament to the indomitable spirit of a queen and her people. The Romans under Governor Suetonius were not about to let Boudicca's rebellion go unanswered. With a determination as hard as iron, they prepared for a battle that would be etched in the annals of history. The stage was set for the final showdown between the Roman Empire and the Iceni rebellion led by the indomitable Boudicca. The Battle of Watling Street, as it came to be known, was a clash of epic proportions. Despite the Iceni outnumbering the Romans, the tactical prowess of the Roman forces turned the tide against Boudicca's rebellion. The Romans, trained for such situations, formed a shield wall, a defensive formation that was nearly impossible to break. The Iceni charged with all their might, but the Roman wall stood firm, and the Iceni fell wave after wave. In the end, the rebellion was crushed, and the Iceni were defeated. Boudicca, the warrior queen who had led her people with such courage and fervor, met a tragic end. Legend has it that she took her own life, refusing to be taken prisoner by the Romans. Her death marked the end of the rebellion, but it was far from the end of her story. In the aftermath of the rebellion, the Iceni tribe was absorbed into Roman Britain. The Romans tightened their grip on the region, implementing stricter laws and policies to prevent future uprisings. Yet, the spirit of Boudicca's rebellion lingered. It remained a symbol of resistance against oppression, a beacon of bravery in the face of overwhelming odds. The rebellion may have ended, but the impact it had on Roman Britain was profound. It left an indelible mark on the history of the region and served as a reminder of the courage and resilience of the Iceni people. Even in death, Boudicca was not forgotten. Her story continued to inspire future generations, a testament to her enduring legacy as the warrior queen of the Iceni. Boudicca's legacy has endured for centuries, her name synonymous with courage and defiance. Boudicca's rebellion against the Romans was more than just a historical event. It was a defining moment in the history of Britain and the Roman Empire. Her fight for freedom and justice continues to echo through the ages, serving as a powerful reminder of the indomitable spirit of the people who once roamed these lands. The story of Boudicca, the warrior queen, has been immortalized in art, literature, and popular culture, with her tale retold in countless ways. From Shakespeare's plays to modern novels and films, the figure of Boudicca has been reimagined and celebrated as a symbol of resistance and resilience. Her story has been passed down through generations, inspiring countless others to stand up against tyranny and injustice. One cannot talk about Boudicca's legacy without mentioning the magnificent statue of her near Westminster Bridge in London. Towering over the landscape, the bronze sculpture depicts Boudicca in her chariot, with her daughters by her side, charging into battle. The statue is a testament to her bravery and her determination to fight for her people's freedom. It stands as a beacon reminding us of the strength and courage of this extraordinary woman. Boudicca's rebellion also had profound implications for the Roman Empire. It shook the Romans to their core, making them question the sustainability of their control over Britain. Her uprising highlighted the weaknesses in the Roman governance and led to significant changes in their approach towards the conquered lands. Moreover, Boudicca's legacy continues to influence modern perceptions of gender roles. As a woman who led an army in a time when most societies were patriarchal, Boudicca challenged the norms and demonstrated that leadership and courage are not the exclusive domains of men. Boudicca, the warrior queen, remains an inspiring figure, a symbol of resistance against oppression. Her story is a testament to the power of the human spirit to resist tyranny, and her legacy continues to resonate in our world today. Boudicca's tale is not just a piece of history, it's a beacon of hope, a story of bravery, and a lesson in resilience.